What is a content marketer or a marketing strategist? How can you actually get into this career path? How much are you expected to make? And where are the free resources to help you level up quickly and actually get a job as a content marketer? So that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Morii Malveaux. This is my YouTube channel, Moped Media YouTube. And on this channel, I pretty much help aspiring people that are aspiring to get into paid media. I pretty much teach about what paid media is. But for this series, I want to talk about content marketing, how to actually become a content marketer. So I'm making a whole playlist series that's talking about the different type of marketing jobs that you can get, from SEO to email marketing to content marketing to paid ad specialists, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so what's the vibe with content marketing versus content strategy? So it's so easy to actually get these two mixed up all the time. So let's clear this up. First, content marketing are the doers. They're out there creating good content, meaning they're writing blog posts, social media posts, or emails that grab people's attention. They're making cool videos or graphics. They're planning when and where and how content should drop. They're sharing content on social media or other platforms, and they're checking how their content is performing using tools like Google Analytics. All right. So that's content marketing. On the other hand, we have content strategists. So they are focused on the big picture planning. So they're doing big picture planners. Well, they are big picture planners. Okay. So they're all about mapping out the master plan for content. They're figuring out who the audience is and what that audience wants. They're organizing content so that way it is structured and it is managed properly. They're checking out what their competitors are doing, and they're setting up guidelines for teams to follow. So that is what a content strategist does. So think of a strategist as the one that draws the that's drawing the map, and think of the marketers as the ones that are hitting the road and actually making it happen. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so next, I want to talk about how much you can be expected to earn. So I know you want to know, what can you earn? And here's the scoop. With content marketers, their pay normally starts out anywhere between 45K to 67K a year. So that's just starting out as a content marketer. Now, the mid level, you can be expected to make anywhere between 60K to 90K a year. Now, for the big shots, senior positions, you could be expected to make anywhere between 90K to 178K a year. So, on average, you could be expected to make anywhere between 90K, just the average amongst the three levels that I was just talking about. For B2B, marketers can hit anywhere between 114K, that range. Okay. Now, that's for content marketer pay. For content strategist pay, starting out, you could be expected to make 62K to 73K a year. For mid level, you're looking at 73K to 97K a year. And then for the big shots, seniors, senior position, you can be expected to make 91K to 120K a year, and then even going up higher in some cases. So on average, amongst all three of these positions, you could be expected to make about 91K a year. Okay, so there the more you specialize, the more experience that you have, or the more that you climb into those boss roles, the fatter those paychecks are going to be. Plus, the industry is growing like crazy. They are expected to grow 16% annually a year. So the money is only going to get better and better. Okay, now let's talk about your career roadmap. So here's how you're going to climb the ladder in content marketing. Level one, you're just starting out. So the type of jobs that you would be looking to get would be content writer, marketing coordinator, social media specialist, SEO analyst, or SEO assistant. You could be expected to make anywhere between 35 to 67K a year. So you're you're learning the ropes, and you're writing blogs, you're writing posts, and you're helping with smaller campaigns. Okay? Now, level 2, level dos. You're getting good. So your the type of jobs that you're looking to get is content marketer, specialist, content strategist, social media manager, and SEO specialist. You could be expected to make anywhere between 55K to 85K a year. So you're running projects, and you're starting to call some shots. Now, uno, dos, tres. Level 3 is boss mode. Your boss mode. So the type of jobs that you could be expected to get here are the senior level jobs. So that senior content manager, content marketer director, head of content, VP of marketing. So here you could be expected to make anywhere between 80K to all the way up to 20, or all the way up to 250K and then some. So it just depends. Here, you're going to be leading teams and setting strategies, or running your own freelance gigs. Okay. So the cool part here is you can actually switch up things. You can dive into SEO, you can do social media, you could do videos, you can do email marketing. So it's not about being on one boring path and being on one straight and narrow path. You can switch it up. You can. Okay. Anyways, now, what are some of the skills that you gotta have? Well, the tech skills that you need to know is you gotta know how to write and edit. So you gotta write pretty well. You gotta be able to edit really good, and you gotta make the words pop and flow. Okay? If the words aren't popping and the words aren't flowing, you ain't gonna be going. You got to make the words pop, and just you got to make it to where people are going to want to actually read it and engage with it. All right. Next technical skill that you need to have is SEO, search engine optimization. So you need to know how Google ranks stuff. Okay. If you haven't already, check out my SEO, how to become an SEO specialist. I go into SEO a little bit more. It's a pretty useful skill to have. But for the sake of the time in this video, I won't be going super in depth about it. Okay. So the third skill that you need to have is analytics. So you need to get pretty comfy with the Google Analytics or social media stats. Okay. A lot of digital marketing has to do with data. Data is prevalent in social media, content, social media marketing, social media manager, content manager, SEO, paid ads. It's it's super relevant. Okay. Next, you need to know and learn tools like you need to learn content tools like WordPress, HubSpot, or similar platforms. Okay. You also need to have social media skills. So you need to master platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, or TikTok. And then another skill set that you must have is some basic design skills. Okay. So you need to learn Canva or Adobe. They're basic, they're quick for visuals, pretty easy to learn. Also, I would suggest learning email tools like MailChimp, HubSpot, or Constant Contact. Okay, now let's move on to the softer skills that will make you stand out. You got to have that big picture thinking. So you need to see how it all fits in together because content marketing is super broad and there's a lot of moving pieces, okay? There's a lot of moving pieces. So you got to be able to see and understand how they all fit in one puzzle, okay? Um Aside from that, you need to have some type of organizational skills. You need to be organized because you're going to be juggling multiple projects without you have to be able to juggle multiple projects without losing your marbles, without losing your head. Next, you have to have some form of communication skills. So you're gonna have to be able to chat with designers, with the developers, or with your boss. So you got to be comfortable with communicating with different people in different roles. You have to have some form of creativity. So you need to make content that that catches people's attention and that is something that stands out in a very noisy crowd. Okay? So you need to make the content that cuts through the noise. And last but not least, you need to be adaptable. You need to have some type of adaptability. So you have to be able to roll with the punches and get in a fast changing field. So be able to roll with the punches in a fast changing field. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the free courses that you can take to help you learn more about content marketing. So, you do not need to drop cash to get started with these. So, the first one is HubSpot Academy. It is totally free. They have three courses that I recommend taking. The first one is the content marketing certification, which covers strategy, creation, and analytics. The second course is the digital marketing and SEO, the digital marketing and social media course. That's where you can learn the basics and the platform tricks. Next, we have the SEO certification, which is how you're able to get a more in depth understanding of how search engine optimization works. And the the second platform where you can get even more certifications is Google's free goodies. Okay. So Google has a digital marketing and e-commerce certification that you can actually take on Coursera, and you're able to understand broad marketing and everything that you need to know about kind of the broader spectrum of digital marketing and e-commerce. The next one is Google Analytics Academy, which is how a good platform to learn how to master Google Analytics, which is hands down the top analytics tool out there. Um, Another Google free goodies is the Google Skill Shop. And that's where I got a lot of my Google certifications from. The Google Skill Shop is where you're able to learn about ads and marketing platforms, okay? Um, and then just some more free gems out there. You're able to also take the Coursera. I think that does cost money, so I probably just leave that out. But they have the Content Marketing Institution, which is free articles and webinars that you could take, along with YouTube. YouTube has some good content out there as far as learning about marketing, learning different things about content marketing, so on and so forth. But a pro tip here is I recommend starting with HubSpot content marketing certifications and get that because it's legit and it's free and it looks good on your resume and on LinkedIn. Now, all right, so now I want to talk about how to actually get started. I'm just going to give you 4 steps because I don't want this video to be too long. But the first step is you need to build the basics. So, a degree in marketing, English, and journalism is not a must. You don't need to have that, but you do need to focus on having a good portfolio. So a good way that you can do that is by taking free courses that I just mentioned in the other part of the video. Take a few of those free courses and get certified and put that on your resume. And then step 2 is you actually want to build a portfolio. So you can start a blog or post on LinkedIn to show off your writing capabilities, okay? And then from there, you can even create a fake social media campaign for practice, and you can actually add that to your portfolio, okay? Also, you want to make a mock up editorial calendar. So you need to make some kind of production calendar that lets employers know or potential clients know, hey, this person actually knows how to make a content calendar, which is very important for that type of role. And then from there, you want to show off your stats from other content that you've made, even your personal projects. So the more you practice and the more you save your practice work and actually use it on your resume and your portfolio, the better that you will shine. All right. And then step 3 is you want to get some experience. So don't be afraid to snag an internship. They're really good to have. You can do freelance for small businesses or startups, and you can even volunteer to run social media for a nonprofit. So you want to work on your own side projects so that way you're able to gain experience, guys. A lot of these type of careers, especially with digital marketing. What is my cat doing? Okay. Especially with digital marketing, really takes time. And it's all about getting that sample projects and sample work so that way you could put on your website portfolio. And then step 4, you want to network. You want to join LinkedIn marketing groups. You want to hop on virtual webinars and marketing events. And you want to follow and chat with industry professionals online. So I highly recommend doing that. And I highly recommend checking out a group like American Marketing Association. They are a pretty good group, okay? So that is all I got for today. I don't want to make this video too long. Again, today's game plan, if I were you, I would start with HubSpot's free content marketing certification. You can do that. Start a blog or a LinkedIn newsletter about something that you love and then follow 10 marketing pros on LinkedIn and comment engaging comments on their post, okay? And build a sample portfolio site to show off your work and apply for internships or entry level gigs. So you do not need to be perfect. Perfection is the cause of poverty. So if you are nitpicky and you try to perfect everything, that's gonna really slow you down. So everyone has to begin somewhere. There's tons of content out there from marketers that are willing to help and teach. So just keep creating, learning, and building your skills. Okay, content marketing is not just about having a job. It's a chance to actually tell stories, connect with people, and help businesses shine. So with a solid pay, you got remote options in a growing field. It's a really sweet career to chase. Okay, so if you're ready to start rolling, start your first step by creating your first piece of content. What's stopping you? Okay, also, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm planning on making videos teaching people, well, teaching my audience how to actually build a website portfolio, which I'll probably share in this video. A screenshot just to show you that I have my own website portfolio, and it's definitely helped me get interviews as well. And it's something that I believe will help you get an interview too. So be sure to check that out. And with that being said, guys, see you on the next video. Peace.